Let's talk more about some things you wish you would have known a year, 2 years ago. You know, it can be missteps, but also any growth hacks or tips that you've kind of picked up along the way, because it's been quite a ride, I imagine, these last couple of years. So let's start on the
Yeah.
positive side first. So what are some of the keys, I think, that have catapulted you and helped you grow over these last couple of years?
Yeah. So I would say that the biggest thing is definitely carving out the time to really figure out where you want to go, like having a vision, like we
Mhm.
talk about vision a lot in
Yeah.
today's society, but like really honing that in and figuring out like, where do I want to take my company? Because if I want to take it to a multi-inspector firm, I have to start doing the things that a multi-inspector firm owner would be doing. And so it may be, I think the biggest struggle that inspectors have is pulling themselves out of the field. And
Right.
so at a small scale, when it's one or two guys, it may just be an afternoon, or it could be
Mm.
2 afternoons a week where you just purposely don't schedule anything. It could be a full day. Maybe just take a Wednesday and, hey, I'm out of the field and I'm working on the company. So that's been probably the biggest um, change for me, to allow me that opportunity to get away from the hustle and bustle. Because I always tell my guys, like, you have to do stuff first thing in the morning if you're going to probably get it done, because the needs of the day carry away, and
Oh
it
yeah.
snowballs. And so I'm also a big proponent of getting up early. Whatever that looks like for you. For me, it's 5 a.m. before the kids get up and before everything starts, ringing and emails start going. And I take that time for myself, like from a personal health standpoint, whether it's exercising, meditating, just really kind of calming myself down and realizing, what do I need to focus on? I've got an app that I love using. It's called Things. And so I put all my to-dos in there. I prioritize them. I've got different things coming up for certain days. Another thing too that happens a lot of times is like we bite off more than we can chew, and then we get discouraged, like we just have these long, huge to-do lists, and it's like, okay, I'm just going to work on one thing this day. And if I get it done, great. If I need to push it off to the next day, that's fine. But let's really focus on like one thing today, or two things.
Oh, I love that you bring that up. I have to jump in because I listened to this podcast called My First Million. It's kind of tech oriented and talked about business building and entrepreneurship. And he called it the OBT, the one big thing. And
Mm,
he's a big proponent. This guy Sean Puri, he says, to-do lists are overrated. Throw them out. They just make you feel like shit every day because you never get to the bottom of it, and it just keeps growing. And he said, wake up early, figure out your OBT, your one big thing to move the business, and you get that done, and then everything else is icing on the cake. And that mental shift gives you positive momentum, as
yeah.
opposed to, oh, I only did one out of these 20 things. Crap,
Yeah.
like I'm behind. And then we bury ourselves, right? And I think inspectors are very guilty of that.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. We have so many hats that we're wearing as inspectors. And so we're the marketing person, we're the phone answerer, we're the inspector, we're the, follow up. Like it's so much,
Yeah.
and I don't know of any other industry where it's like that. Maybe it is, if you own a retail store or something, but it's intense, because uh, it just gets to be too much. And so setting that time aside has probably been my biggest help in developing the company. Even if I did want to keep it small, I would still need that, because
Hmm.
when you're just running and doing inspections, like you can't, again, things go by the wayside, and you just miss opportunities, you miss updates to the website that could have, helped bring in new customers, or whatever it is. You just don't have that opportunity to do it. So I think that's been my biggest thing. Surrounding myself with people that are like-minded and that are going in the direction that I want to go is helpful. Like,
Huge.
I just, you can feel it when you're around somebody with a different kind of energy. You're up here and they're down here, and they end up bringing you down here. You're like, oh man, I just don't feel good. But when you're with the right people, they really boost you up. And so, like, another big benefit of IEB is the coaching calls, and just the other things, just the accountability and being there. Like, we just did one yesterday, and it was just about like Q4 planning and Q1 looking ahead. And so just that little simple thing that I never did years ago. I never thought about, what do I need to do in this quarter, planning for Christmas stuff and bonuses, and planning for the first of the year stuff. What are we going to be bringing in and changing? That is such a huge, and again, it can be scaled at the 1 to 2 person per, business, or the 50 inspector business. You have to do that stuff to keep yourself in the right direction. And so those probably are my biggest things that have helped me out, you know, and just where I've gone so far. I've got hopes to go, you know, even further. So
Yeah,
I'm not satisfied yet. So,
I love it.
Hi everyone, this is Louis from Spectora. I'm going to put 3 links down in the description below. The first link is for you if you like Spectora, but maybe you just have a couple questions. You can schedule a 15-minute discovery call with someone from our client success team to make sure that Spectora is a great fit for you. It is, by the way. If you're ready to dive in and start using the app, the second link is for our free trial. With the average cost of a home inspection, that's a couple $1,000s that you'll pocket before you pay us a dime. And the third link is for our Spectora Jumpstart program. If you're a brand new home inspector, you probably need a website, or maybe you have a website that you just kind of threw up real quick and you're not super thrilled with it. In the Jumpstart program, we'll make you a great website based on feedback from you to make sure that it reflects your business, your market, and you. We'll optimize it for search engines, and we'll put an online scheduler on your website too, so you can spend less time on the phone and more time out in the field working. We'll also bundle it with a full year of the Spectora app, and we'll do it at a great price too. Hey, thanks for watching this video. I hope you check out other videos on this channel, and take care.